So we're gonna try. The embers seem to be moving fluidly. So let's get in while we can. So that's kind of
Tell me we've run out of papio nuts and all.
cut down our... How are you? Oh! Oh no, it did not like that. Maybe it did. Okay. Combat will be the true test. That's cut down on our time in Final Fantasy today because the state of play is later on today. And all things being well, we're hoping to get on there and have some live reaction to the state of play, which disappointingly doesn't seem to be a Spider-Man deep dive. It's an indie and third-party studio game, like showcase. So
Fancy a look at the list, do you?
we'll see. Yes, we have
Anything
plenty
catch
to
your
be
eye?
getting on with over here. But let's hope that we're all good for the time being.
Everything's back the way it was.
Take that, you naughty thief! And that!
You show 'em, kid.
Stop it, Renz! It's dangerous!
Clive! To what do I owe the pleasure? I just wanted to see how the town's been faring since you brought everyone together. Since we brought everyone together, all is absolutely wonderful. Conrad and Natalie's hands remain safely away from each other's throats and firmly at the helm. Our stores are full, and the bandits still too disorganized to raid them. Just as the good Lady Jane and Lord Underhill intended.
Are you a lord? Lubor's going to be one too.
Is he now?
They're going to make him the Lord of Dalamil, because of how he stopped all the grown-ups from fighting.
It's the mayor of Dalamil, dear child, and the vote hasn't taken place just yet. But if the people wish me to lead them, I shall. And my first act will be to build a school so that menaces like you two learn not to interrupt your elders. Speaking of menaces, there may be a rather worrying one just over the horizon. May there indeed. I'm afraid the example Conrad and Natalie set in putting aside their differences and presenting a united front might have caught the bandits' attention. And they might have elected to take a similar approach.
So could you suggest me which headset would be better for gaming? I actually am thinking to buy a new one, but I don't know which headset I could go for. Basically, I have two options. One is Logitech, and the second one is Sony. I currently am using the Sony Pulse headset. I've had no issues whatsoever. Really good. 3D audio in it is really good. I use it wired. It can be used wirelessly if you've got like a dongle in the back of your PC or your PlayStation or whatever. But I choose to go wired because I don't want any more wireless connections potentially fucking up my amazing internet. But Logitech, I've never used a Logitech headset. I've only ever used Sony, and they've never sent me wrong yet. So I have nothing but recommendations for a Sony headset, but I couldn't tell you how they compare to Logitech ones.
They have formed what one could call a League of Outlaws, and they grow more organized by the day.
We'll fight them all off just like last time, no matter how many of them there are. Won't we, Lubor?
Of course we will. If we continue to work together, we can overcome any challenge we choose to face. The longer we avoid facing this one, the more difficult it will be. Until the only way to overcome it might be to run for the hills. Our best hope is to nip these efforts at organization in the bud, by finding those ne'er-do-wells who have yet to join the cause, and ensuring that they never do. Perhaps a certain Lord Underhill might be willing to lend us his aid once more?
Perhaps. Gotcha. Thank you so much for helping me out. Absolutely no problem. Glad that I could help somewhat. By the way, are you an anime fan? I am indeed an anime fan. I'm currently watching Demon Slayer because I put it off until there were a few series to watch. So I'm now 2/3 of the way through season 2 of Demon Slayer.
How could I refuse?
Thank you, my lord.
Victor
Me
will
too.
fill you in on the
Nice.
particulars. I
Are you enjoying it?
stationed by the desert gate, receiving and collating reports from my scouts. Such an amenable soul. He reminds me of you.
I've watched a lot of anime like DBZ, Attack on Titan, Naruto, Bleach, One Piece, Baki, and many, many more. My first anime was DBZ. I watched DBZ as a kid. I haven't kept up with it, much to Fan, who is, I'm sure, watching his disgust. My favourite one is A Silent Voice. Is that the film about the deaf girl and her bully? Because if so, that is amazing and makes me cry all the time. I've watched season 1 of Attack on Titan, still need to do that. Bleach I love. My Hero I love, and unfortunately Fortnite just brought back their My Hero Academia skins, so I'm gonna have to get those. My poor bank account.
I'll go and speak
Yeah,
to him.
that film is my favourite anime film. It's so good. I cry all the time. I mean, I cry at most media, so
That's
doesn't say
easy.
much. But it is
One of them
awesome.
swings a sword, the other forges them.
Victor has been collating reports on the bandits' encampments. You'll find him by the desert gate. I'm sure if he has anything to ask of you, it will be simple enough. A League of Outlaws. Sounds like we have some competition.
For now, I'm trying to make Grimjow from Bleach mascot and VTuber and PNG tuber. Ah, I see. Would you like to see some Irish work? If you... There should be a link coming at some point to my Twitter and my Discord. If you go on there, follow me on there, or join my Discord, you're welcome to promote yourself in the Discord, or link me your stuff on Twitter in a DM. I don't tend to do it through Twitch. But I'm happy
We
to do
may
it
have
there.
bloodied the bandits' noses, Sid, but it seems we have not yet broken their spirit. Victor is helping us to keep track of their movements, and we're very glad of his help. That man knows the desert and its dwellers.
Still in Dalamil, Victor?
I've seen that one coming. Yeah.
I thought you'd have returned to
too.
Cosnus by now.
I did.
As soon as
Then I
anime
came
was
back.
brought up.
I've developed something of a fondness for the place. And having worked so hard to see it saved from one fate, it would seem remiss to abandon it to another. A sentiment Master Lubor certainly isn't shy about exploiting. Hence my doing his bidding yet again.
You're not the only one.
What does he want you to do?
He asked for my aid in putting down the bandits. And he said that you might be able to help me find them.
Then you've come at just the right time.
I do indeed have
I was
Discord.
on my way to speak with
It should be
Conrad
right there
about
in
how
chat
to
now.
organize our forces. There are more camps in the vicinity than we can safely strike at once. But we must strike together, and we must strike soon at as many camps as we can. We can't give this league of theirs time to rally its forces.
All right. Which camp shall I take?
There's one upriver, just out there across the dunes.
Leave it with me.
Good timing up. I know. I was pleased with Nightbot. I thought we might have to wait around.
The camp is in the desert to the north of here. You know what to do.
I do. Kill everything.
Those ne'er-do-wells want to band together.
Say the word, boss, when I need. Nah, it's good. They at least made the effort to have some kind of conversation beforehand. It'd be a bit different if someone came in and literally, it's when they just come in and say like, "Hi, this is my work." Done. Sent in the framework request. Could you accept it? Yeah, we'll do after stream, that's it. Ban knows the deal. I do work here, I hope I know the deal. You do. In fact, you work here more than I do. I think someone's at my doorstep. I'll be right back in a few. Also, I miss my Discord. Checked out your Discord, as sometimes I don't get Discord notifications. Cool. You do what you need to do. We'll be here. And I'll let you know.
Come on then, Toggle.
Unleash the hounds!
Blizzard!
Ow. Mate, stop curing everyone. Oh, for fuck's sake. There's a trophy I'm looking for. No, Toggle, you ruined it. Come on, bruh. Clearly, I don't quite understand how this works yet. I love digital artists. When I contact them, when they contact me, it's always cringe. It's difficult, man. I get you need to market yourself. I absolutely do.
I better let Victor know.
Sid, where are you?
Yeah, it just comes across as awkward during someone's stream, that's all. I get you.
I see the bandits didn't pose you any trouble.
No, but that's not why you're here, is it?
No. Something's happened. We need you back in Dalimil.
What is it?
The whole town's in uproar.
Of course they are.
They're saying that Lubor is a bearer.
What?
Seems that one of our parties wasn't as thorough as they should have been. They let one of the bandits escape, and his escape route took him right through Dalimil. Some of the children spotted him, and he was about to silence them. And when Lubor felled him with a bolt of magic, and without a crystal.
But that's not possible.
It is, if he's a bearer and has been hiding it all these years, which is what people are saying. If he has, well, I wouldn't blame him. No man is branded by choice. Still, all those people see is a man who's lied to them all his life. One who was made a leader of himself when the world believed he should have been a slave.
Fuck.
Well summed
Where
up.
we go from here. But I know one thing. Lubor needs all the friends he can get right now.
You're right.
I understand that you need to market yourself. That's what Twitter's for, though, not someone's live stream. Yeah, no, I get that. I get that. But that's it. At least Hannah has made the effort to actually converse. Rather than be like, hey, yo, I make digital art.
And
At
now
me.
everyone knows.
I went through and blocked all the
I made it a habit to keep a crystal
Yeah, that
close
does not
at hand
surprise
for
me.
just such an occasion. And when that occasion arose, I forgot to reach for it. Well, it was bound to come out sooner or later.
We're sorry, Lubor. We tried to keep running, but we just couldn't anymore.
There's nothing to be sorry for. I rather enjoyed playing the hero for once. All that matters to me is that you two are safe.
Good guy, Lubor.
Look at him talking to his betters like it's nothing.
All lies, I'll wager. Just like the ones he fed us all these years.
Once people make up their minds, it's hard to change them. We need to do something, and quickly.
Why don't we show
Convince
everyone
the people not to let their prejudices
that it's
blind
the people who should have been
Convince them
bearers
that nothing has changed.
that saved
That
their
enemy
fucking
lies
lives.
outside these walls, not within them.
You're right.
Donuts, man.
We should speak to everyone.
I'm glad you agree. I'll handle the townsfolk. I'm a Dalmec born and bred. They listen to me. You head to the tavern. Make Conrad and Natalie remember who Lubor really is. They know that Lubor and I are friends. I might not make for the most impartial of interlocutors.
What a
Lord
good word.
Underhill of Randalar's League of Merchants, however, is a trusted and impartial mediator of note.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's
I'll do
entirely
what I
true.
can. Lubor, stay here with the children. I can't promise anything, but we'll try.
And that is all I can ask of you.
Just try not to get lynched while we're away.
Why are you taking the bearer's side, Victor? Are you one too?
You know I'm not. Just listen.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to put up, you know, like how you can get like no solicitations on your like door.
Why do they always have to make such a fuss outside?
No sales,
It's
people.
driving away our customers.
I'll have to get one on
all
my
along that he was playing
on my
us for
stream.
fools.
And we fell for it. We followed him. A bearer.
Forgive me for disturbing you, but could I have a moment of your time?
The bearer's lapdog.
I've seen your face before.
As have I. Lord Underhill, wasn't it? Of the League of Merchants.
That's right. I wanted to speak to you about Lubor.
The rumors that he's a bearer. All true, I'm afraid.
He'll never be mayor now. Not if I have anything to do with it.
But what of his wares? Bearer or no, his steel is highly valued throughout the Republic. In this at least, he's done the town a service. Might that not earn him a little leniency?
Leniency? He pretended to be one of us when he was laughing behind our backs all the while.
I'm sorry, my lord, but he lied to us. He lied to you. He cannot be trusted.
So what do you propose? Will you drive him from his home? Close his forge?
Perhaps. That is a question for the people of Dalimil, and they will thank you not to get involved.
Good luck, I put no self-promotion in my chat rules and they still do it. Well, in that case, if they are clearly violating the rules,
Townsfolk have made their minds up.
then you got to go.
Nor I. Conrad and Natalie refuse to consider anything but their own wounded pride.
Burn the town to the ground.
Once their anger is cooled, they might see things differently. For now, we should report back to Lubor.
All right.
Why do they always have to make such a fuss?
Why the hell would Victor take the bearer's side?
For a share in Lubor's ill-gotten gil, perhaps?
Yeah, his ill-gotten gil that he earned by being a blacksmith.
The man with the sword was going to kill us, but then Lubor shot magic at him. It was amazing. I don't care if Lubor's a bearer. He's still Lubor, isn't he?
Exactly. Oh, the innocence of youth. Even though children can be some of the cruelest humans.
Go on, Sid. No sense stalling.
So, Lubor is a bearer, is he? He did well to keep it hidden so long. Unlike some of my fellow Dalimilians, the deception doesn't trouble me. Does the world know the full truth about them, I wonder?
Well put, sir.
I assume the situation is hopeless?
There's still hope.
But I'm not hopeful.
But perhaps not in this lifetime, I think it's fair to say.
You mustn't think like that, Lubor. Give them time. They'll come around.
Will they?
We'll talk some sense into them in the end, you'll see.
No, you won't. And your efforts would be better spent elsewhere.
But Lubor...
At least he's realistic.
Regina would often tell me that steel does not lie, that a blade is a reflection of the smith who forged it. To yourself be true, that was her point. Rather an ironic one when you consider that her life was taken with a blade of her own making. But I do not doubt that she was always true to herself and what she believed in, right to the end. And so must I be. I must do what I know to be right, no matter what others might think of me.
Agreed. Words to live by.
Now, I know what that is. I must embrace my new role of villain so that the people of Dalimil have something to unite against. For only united can they hope to stand against the threat that awaits them. I'll need to make a suitably dramatic exit, of course.
Don't go, Lubor. You're the only one who was ever kind to us. We'll be all alone. Again.
Trust me, little ones. It is for the best that I go. Not only for the town, but for you, too.
How could it possibly be for the best? These children need you. The least you can do is give the townspeople a chance to change their minds.
We would not take it, Victor. It's over.
Over, you say? And so just like that, you're going to throw this town and these children to the wolves?
It's not what he said.
I thought you were better than this. But it seems you had me fooled as well.
Burr didn't even listen to what he said.
Forget it. Do what you will.
You sure you're making the right choice, Lubor?
Of those available to me, I believe it's the best one. Yes. Ah, but where are my manners? Here. A reward for clearing out that bandit camp. Right then. I have packing to do.
If there's anything I can do. Anything.
I'll Bear it in mind. Thank you.
Smile in the face of adversity, Lubor. Quest complete.
Why is everyone being mean to Lubor? He didn't do anything wrong. I'm going to go with him.
Why didn't he tell us?
If you're going to try and convince me to stay, save your breath. I will not put those children at risk.
Why the hell would Victor take the bearer's side?
Let's check out Bocklad next. Did we buy your...
What are you looking for?
...thing? Orchestrion roll. We did.
May Gilbert smile upon you.
It's only a matter of time before the army agree to our terms. You'll see.
Maybe, baby. What are you saying, Theodore?
Ah, Clive. You'll be pleased to know that the negotiations are progressing well.
That is good news.
Yes. Our comrade in Randala has just sent word that the contract should be signed very soon. But I still have much and more to prepare. It's a huge undertaking moving this many bearers at once. You couldn't do me a quick favor, could you?
Sure.
What is it this time? More wild beasts?
Nothing like that.
That sounds so keen,
I
Clive.
just need you to go over to the caravans and ask El how long we have until the bearers arrive. Find out exactly how much faster I need to get all these supplies moved.
Because I couldn't possibly go around the corner and do that simple task.
Thanks, Clive. I owe you one.
But I mean, if you're going to pay me 1,500 gil to do that... Absolutely.
Don't blame yourself, El. This is their fault, not yours. I know, but... no buts about it, all right?
Is something wrong?
The job is job. Exactly!
He came to give me a message from our intermediary. The talks with the Republican army have fallen through. They've reached an agreement with the Silver Peak Consortium instead. Though prices have fallen of late, we deliberately offered above the going rate to try and deter other bidders. But the Consortium offered double what we did, and the army jumped at the chance.
You had no opportunity to make a counteroffer?
None at all. And we were so close.
El? What's happened? I saw Vonnie leaving. She didn't look happy.
And with good reason.
Like, if someone offered me 150 quid to just go around the corner and talk to someone for them, I would absolutely take them up on it.
But I thought we were the only ones the Fist were speaking to about the bearers. How did the Consortium even find out about this?
It's not so surprising. They have ears all over the Republic. This isn't over. The Consortium will have to sell these bearers eventually, and at the price they paid, buyers will be few and far between. I'm going to Randalar myself.
Alone? You sure that's wise?
They may be
offering
doing...
to be my
Yes,
bodyguard?
yes I am.
How kind. Meet me at the checkpoint near the capital gates. I'll send an owl ahead and request a meeting. You go to Cashlock, Theo, and get everything ready. We've waited far too long as it is. Even if I fail to free these bearers, there will be others. Someone needs to prepare the place and keep any prowling beasts at bay.
They're doing it
that's
to
me,
try
is
and
it?
abduct her into joining the Consortium.
Well,
As would I.
looks
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
I'm following orders till she gets back from meeting the Silver Peak Consortium, who've been doing their best to undermine our scheme. She'll never join them after this, surely. No, she said it herself. She still has plans for Cashlock, even if this one falls through. She means to stay with us then. I can't say I'm not happy to hear it, but is this what she really wants?
You have to trust her.
You're right. It's what she wants now. And if El's off fighting for the cause, I should do my part too.
Exactly.
So I bid you farewell and safe travels, my friend. I'll gather my men and leave for Cashlock. We'll make sure the place is well stocked and defended. You go to Randala and see if you can stop my sister biting the Consortium's heads off. If she won't consider her prospects, someone has to.
I'll do my best. All right. To Randala then. I'd better not keep Eloise waiting.
I think something might be wrong with Theo. He never plays with us anymore.
I mean, this child looks like they're probably 10 or 11,
But
she sounded like she was 4. Some of these voices do not match.
What's happened?
What I wouldn't give for a hot meal.
Looks like this is the end of the road for us.
When are they gonna let us through?
Better already.
Where did we lose all that health?
Ready, go? Faster!
Dun, 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 oh, she's up there.
You deserve a rest.
We got the trophy I was after. Can you remember what the other one was for Shiva? I think it was about permafrost, which is what we do when we dodge with the ice thingy thing. Ah, don't worry about it, didn't want to know anyway. There we go. Think it's that one? Yes. Inflict permafrost on 10 enemies by perfectly dodging attacks with cold snap. Yeah, cool. We are how many were there? We need to do it to one more enemy.
I hope I didn't keep you waiting. Did you arrange to speak with the Consortium?
Here they are now.
You wish to consult with me?
I did. It's about the bearers you recently purchased from the Fist. We had all but finished making arrangements to buy them ourselves. And then you stepped into the fray.
You misunderstand. The Consortium had an interest in purchasing them from the very first. It was only our regard for you that kept us from bidding. But your hesitancy in accepting our offer to you suggested that the regard was not mutual. And so we resumed our business.
I did not hesitate. I am simply not inclined to make such decisions without first giving them due consideration. But what is done is done. Come then. How much do you want for them?
Alas, you are too late yet again. We rarely take on such unconventional merchandise without a purchaser in mind.
Sons
the bearers
of
belong to
bitches.
him now.
Who is your buyer?
A trader from across the water. A most demanding fellow, if it's any consolation. He insisted the bearers be fed, dressed, even given their own bunks for the voyage over. That's what you get when you deal with continental types.
I wouldn't know.
Oh yes, the culture on the continent is quite different to ours. They pay good money for bearers not fit for the knacker's yard, and treat them like kings. As long as they pay.
That does sound unusual. No matter then. If they've already left our shores, there's little that can be done. Allow me to withdraw my interest. And with it, my interest in joining your organization.
My associates will be sorry to hear that.
Arseholes. So we're gonna muscle in on your business instead. Nobody rejects the consortium. I assume.
I'm sorry you weren't able to save them.
As am I. But I only have myself to blame. He was right, you see. The Silver Peak Consortium did intend to buy those bearers before I did. Their representative hinted at a possible purchase when he came to recruit me. I feigned interest in joining them in the hope he might be encouraged to tell me more. And he did just that.
Jesus.
As soon as he left, I sent my own offer to Randalar.
So you never...
No. I entertained the Consortium's proposal solely so I could learn more about those bearers. But I was a fool to think they wouldn't find out. I knew exactly who I was dealing with.
You tried.
I did.
Which is more than some can say.
And if what he said was true, the bearers are to be well treated. Which is something, at least.
If.
They deserved more. I wanted so badly to see them freed.
Eloise! Eloise! Word from Cashlock. The village is under attack. A pack of beasts have come down from the mountains, and there's a dragon at its head.
Fucking dragon.
Theo and the others are trying to hold them off as best they can, but the odds are against them. They need help, and fast.
Theo!
I'll go on ahead.
Thank you, Clive. I'll gather some men and join you there. Just... make sure he's safe.
Yeah, like 150 quid for fighting a dragon. Less reasonable.
Hold on, Theo. I'm coming.
I'm coming, Theo!
What's the situation?
All clear this end.
Yeah, fighting a dragon is an extra charge. Yeah, I mean, you'd think so.
Where's Theodore?
Upriver!
He led the dragon that way to keep it from the village, but the whole area's flooded with ether.
We just have to pray he makes it out in one piece.
I can do better than that. Torgal, with me.
Come on, Torgal. Let's go fuck shit up.
Theodore led the dragon upriver.
There's an ether flood up ahead. I know Theo's a bearer, but even he...
But I can. I am Mythos.
It's over.
You want to talk to someone, $150, you want me to fight a dragon, $1 million plus the dragon's on. Exactly! Exactly. Couldn't agree more.
Where are you, Theo?
Hell, I'd talk to someone for you for less than $150, but I'm not fighting a dragon. If that makes me a coward, so be it.
Farewell.
I don't see no dragon.
Damn it. It's too thick. These creatures have already turned. Too slow. Nice try. Too slow.
Fighting a dragon, gonna need 2 Klondike bars. Exactly. Leave my dog alone, you piece of shit.
I can't waste any more time. I need to find Theodore before that dragon does.
Roar.
Looks like it's found me.
Hello, friend.
This thing's turned as well. This isn't going to be easy.
Damn it! Yeah, fuck you, dragon. Oh, fuck.
How dare you steal that car?
I'm absolutely disgusted! Your father is facing an inquiry at work and it's entirely your fault! If you put another toe out of line, we'll bring you straight home!
Clive? Theodore, you had me worried for...
Is he going Akashic?
We have to get you out of here. I think it might be a little too late for that. Bearer or no, there's only so much ether a man can take, and that Drake just wouldn't let me leave.
Keep dropping these bombs that make me upset, man.
You have my thanks, Sid, for finishing what I could not. For keeping Elle's dream.
Theodore!
Oh, I'm sad. I liked him. Who's gonna pay me now? Can you draw the ether out of him like you do the icons from
Don't make me do this.
The Dominance?
Stop it, Theo! Stop!
Stay back, Eloise! He's turned. And so will you!
Is he gonna kill himself?
Theodore. Take care.
Yeah.
Of my sister. Theodore. Wait. Goodbye. Elle.
Bruh.
No! Theo! Theo!
Can't just drop that shit on someone, man. Ugh. Getting teary, as I said, at all media. Jesus fuck. Sometime later. I'm sure he's fine, probably. He definitely looked it when he disappeared
Thank you,
into
Clive.
dust.
I think I'll be all right now.
That was true bravery he showed. Leading the dragon away from the village like that. His first instinct was always to protect people. To put others' well-being before his own.
And now he's gone. Because I sent him to that place. Against his will.
It wasn't against his will.
It wasn't against his will. He was ready to do whatever it took to show you he could stand on his own. So that you would finally be free to live your own life.
To live my own life. He never could come to terms with the choice I made.
What exactly happened? You once told me Theo was the first bearer you ever helped.
We grew up in Canva. We were born to one of the great trading houses.
No, that is an awesome image.
And I was chosen to inherit the family business.
It's a Japanese story. He'll be
I
back in
had
the
my
next
father's
episode.
head for figures, you see.
Maybe he'll be in the
Theo
DLC.
did not. While I studied the art of commerce, he played at soldiers instead. A late bloomer. In more ways than one. For unlike most bearers, it wasn't until his 15th summer that his powers awakened. My parents tried to drive him out of the house and into the care of the constables. But before they could, I took him into mine.
Theo told me something else. He clearly admired your devotion to the cause of freeing others like him from slavery. But he said you deserved a better life than this. He wanted to free you from what he called your bonds, just as you freed him from his.
I would be lying if I said I had not wondered from time to time how much easier my life might have been if I had allowed Theo to be taken and devoted myself to the family business instead. But I have never regretted the decision I made. Being with my brother meant more to me than tradition or reputation. I only had to look at him to remind myself of that night and the choice I made, and the fact that I would make the same choice again in a heartbeat. He was never a burden. How could he even think that? If anything, I was the one who weighed him down.
Fucking brothers, man.
You weren't, Eloise. He said it himself, that he had always been grateful to you for saving him, and that he wanted to repay you by letting you live the life you were denied. Neither you nor Theo weighed each other down. You loved one another. You did whatever was necessary to continue living your lives together, and you always would have.
You're right. All I ever wanted, all I ever did, it was so we could be together. Oh, Theo, why did you have to...
They're a pain in the ass. Yes, they are. But we love them for it. Ugh. They lost 2 billion. Let's hope there's a square to make DLC. I'm sure they have more than that. I'm sure.
I know Theo wanted me to move on, but I'm staying here at the Crimson Caravans to continue our work. We can make a difference here. We can help people, save them. I need nothing more from life than that. So I'll carry on doing what we do, ensuring that goods, people, bearers get where they need to be, bringing smiles to people's faces, just like we always have, and to Theo's, wherever he is. This is the life I have chosen, the life I will always choose.
I've made a choice of my own, to continue helping you however I can, whenever you need it.
Thank you, Clive. Let's go on together, then. For Theodore.
For Theodore! Quest complete. I'll put a downer on things. Crimson Caravan signboard. The emblem of the Crimson Caravans. Porters of wide renown. They are based in Boklad, where traders from across Valisthea flock to browse the 1,000 tables and transport their wares either throughout the Dominion or on down the Crystal Road to the lands beyond.
The Crimson Caravans is my family business now, and I would not exchange it for the world. I brought Theo here to be safe, and I have never looked back since.
Be right back, launch him out and calls. Man, you know the drill.
To give up.
You do what you need to do. I appreciate you being
our
here.
support. We're all going to have to look out for each other now.
And I appreciate that you choose me for your background noise too. I'm sure we bought your roll. We did.
Anything else? A fine choice.
Ah.
The bearer of the burning quill is within, my lord. Prithee enter.
greater number of our order live among the masses, hidden in plain sight. Even here in Tabor, our brothers and sisters pose as common folk. If any should reveal themselves to you, I beg you keep their true identity secret.
Sure.
Lord Rosfield, is there aught the Undying might assist you with this day?
Perhaps. My brother said that your order was helping him with his quest to uncover Ultima's origins.
Ooh, I would like to know more about that, yes.
Since last we spoke.
Little and less, I regret to report.
I see.
Be assured, however, that we will not rest until the truth is known. Even now, our archaeologians scour ruins in every corner of the realm for traces of Ultima's touch.
Fallen ruins, I take it. Dating back as far as Phoenix Gate.
Indeed. Ultima's thralls are oft sighted among the remnants of the fallen civilization, as if protecting the secrets concealed within.
Secrets we'd see unearthed.
Should our methods be of interest, my lord, mayhap it would please you to observe some of our number at work.
Would that be possible?
Of course. A survey is being conducted not far from here. Perchance you are familiar with Kretov, a small hamlet built around a fallen airship. I was due to visit my colleagues there to collect their preliminary findings, but if you would consent to do so in my stead, I'm sure that they would be honored to relate any discoveries they have made to you directly.
Okay.
All right. I'll go and meet with them.
They will be most gratified, I am sure. Might I suggest you take the road through Titan's Wake? It will lead you straight to the village after but a short walk.
Thank you. I will.
I wish you a safe journey, my lord. May the Firebird's flames burn ever in your heart.
He seems like he likes us slightly more now, more tolerant of our presence.
My colleagues await you in Kretov, my lord. But say the word, and they will be only too glad to share their findings.
Cyclopedia of Valisthian Fabulosity, Pentateuch of the Crystalline Orthodoxy, the Legends of Gilbard the Great Lender, the Collected Hymns of Grigor. Quite a collection.
A village built around an airship. Sounds like another lost wing.
How'd it do? So, to the Gilded Path. And then this way. Where that wagon was that blocked us off last time. Climb! Climb, Clive. There's a shiny.
No mistakes.
I'd like to master the guard. Nope. Nope. Yes. And then to equip that in here. Oh, you bitch!
That's better.
Okay, I absolutely savaged my controller to push triangle. No wonder they don't last. What are you? Are you like a special chest? Ring of the Demolitionist. I have yet to encounter a problem a well-timed explosion cannot solve. 2nd Legion Imperial Sapper, Guy the Fox. Or Guy the Fox. Probably Guy, since Sambrec is based on French. Increases magic burst will damage by 15%. Nah, I'm still happy with my Berserker ring, to be honest. Now we can take the other route.
Stay down!
Good boy, Toggle. like killing the little mobs, a group of little mobs, that takes like barely any time. Gives us more experience and shit than taking on the bigger guys that take obviously more time. Ow. Just a little goblin camp then. Woof. I presume there's nothing there. And it looks like there's an out over there either. Kretov obelisk activated. Open the gate! Oh, fuck.
Oh no. You'll pay for this. They still need survivors.
Oh, fuck. Wrong one. Right. I feel like this may be one of the quests where once I've finished killing shit, they're going to teleport me back to the guy who sent me here. So I'm just gonna have a gander for any chests that might be here.
Whatever that thing is, I'd say it's their leader.
Ow.
Well done, Tom.
Fuck you.
Should have stayed in the past. These must be Cyril's colleagues.
They certainly look the part.
You have our thanks, stranger.
Who are you?
Ah, forgive me, my lord. I did not recognize you. You are Lord Rosfield, are you not?
I go by Clive
we
now.
are archaeologians, tasked with surveying this site. When the echoes appeared, our brothers here occupied their attentions.
There's a chest over
Thanks
there.
to them, and to you, we were, for a mercy, able to see our duty to its conclusion.
You call that a mercy? Your brothers might still be alive if you put their safety before your duty. Surely this survey wasn't worth dying for.
We are charged with uncovering Ultima's origins. A duty of the highest import, as I'm sure you will agree.
And you think your dead brothers would agree with you too?
I know they would. They gave their lives for the cause, an honor to which all Undying aspire. Now, to what do we owe the honor of your presence, Lord Marquis?
Cyril told me of your work here, and I agreed to collect your findings in his stead.
I see. That is most kind. Pray, take them then, with our humble thanks. May the Firebird's flame burn ever in your heart, as it does in ours.
Okay, we're not
One thing to lay down your life for another. But for a survey... I suppose I'd better get this back to Cyril.
Think no more of us, my lord. Only deliver our findings to the bearer of the burning quill.
Alright, should we open this gate just in case? That was like the hardest one. That works really well with the spring and the controller. Through the window.
Ah, you are returned, my lord.
I collected your colleagues' preliminary findings. Here, take them.
The Kretov Report, a scroll containing the preliminary findings of the Undying's ill-starred venture into the ruins of Kretov, sealed with the wax imprint of a phoenix feather.
My thanks. I shall study them, and inform you forthwith if I discover aught that might aid you in your fight against Ultima.
Cyril, your survey party suffered several losses in Kretov. Losses which could have been avoided, had the others not chosen to complete their work, instead of saving their friends. Were these your orders?
No. This was their choice. Every Undying devotes his life to the service of the Phoenix. It is our sole duty, and should we die in discharging it, so be it.
Even when death is avoidable.
My lord, I fear that this is not a point over which it would be fruitful to argue.
Yes, clearly...
The Undying have served the Phoenix for countless generations. And your opinion of our methods, however earnest,
You will
is not
never
like to
compromise
change them.
or reach common
We
ground.
live to serve the Phoenix. Our very order exists for that purpose, and that purpose alone.
Cyril, I know that you and your brethren answer only to Joshua, but allow me to offer you a word of advice. It does not further the cause of the Phoenix to have his loyal followers surrender their lives without good reason. Provide your survey parties with an escort, that they might live to do their duty for years to come. Think not only of how you can serve the Phoenix, but how Joshua would want you to serve him. Please.
Well said.
For all our sakes.
I thank you for your advice, my lord.
Not sure that's true.
If you will permit me to respond, our faith in his grace, Joshua Rossfield, is absolute. And we of the Undying will do what we believe is right to fulfill our duty unto him. As first shield to the Phoenix, I am sure you understand what it means to do one's duty.
I do.
Then we are of the same mind. And it is my hope that we may continue to do our duty together.
Quest complete. The Breath of Ice. Ice Age. Back to the hideaway. Ah, yes. And once there, we will check the hunt board. Probably a missive, yep.
Come back.
Let's check the orchestrion
Do you recommend?
What we're missing. Found in a treasure coffer, okay. Acquired in the hideaway. Okay, so we're missing 2? We're missing 2. Fine.
You look like you could do with a drink. As if setting our people free wasn't enough. Good news, everyone. The casks have been liberated. Here's to Sid. Oh, you're not leaving already, are you?
Oh, don't tell me we've run out of pep. Clive.
Clive.
Come on, then. You're rubbing me blind, you know. Oh, the stew's awfully thin.
In loss, there will be found. It is hard to believe Theo is gone. Every morning I wake, I expect him to be there in the stables, watering the birds or readying the packs. Yet he is not. And it is everything I can do not to fall to my knees and weep. Still, I know I have to move on, but that doesn't mean I have to forget. My brother and I built all we have here together, so as long as I still have the caravans, he will ever be with me. I shall honour him in death by carrying on what he strove for in life. That is what I choose. Eloise. Telemon Maid. Thanks again for helping to get the dungeon in order. Had you not rowed gallantly to our rescue, I reckon poor Owain and them lot would still be stuck stilling Blightwater over a bonner. There's always room for improvement though, so don't get your knickers in a knot. Should I come and knocking at your chamber door looking for more spheres and ash and whatnot? Mid. The emblem of the Crimson Caravans, porters of wide renown, based in the market town of Bucklad. It depicts a laden chocobo. After the death of her brother and confidant, Theodore, Eloise chose to continue the work they had begun together, freeing bearers from slavery, just as she had freed him so many years before. Yes, let's find this S-ranked thing this time. Ruin reawakened. The Sambroquois legend tells of a dread dragon who set near half the realm alight with his torrid breath, before being sealed away behind a magical mist by Grigor herself, some sources claim. Though it has long been forgotten which parts of the tale are true, which are mere myth. Recent reports of a great dragon's roar reverberating around the woodland passes of the Empire are real enough. Woodland passes of the Empire. How close are we to other shit?
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back.
Oh, we're close.
All done?
It could be up to Caer Norvent. So let's go and check Caer Norvent. And if not, there's an obelisk up there. Not an obelisk, icon fucking thing. We can try. So you're fucking grunting.
To me, boy!
Oh, it's a flan.
Farewell!
Again, you are not a dragon. You're like a wyvern. Or a dragon avis. Maybe you are a dragon, but you're not the dragon we're looking for. Oh, piss off, mate. You are not the droids we're looking for. Get fucked, lad.
Sid, it's good to see a friendly face for once. Most of the faces we've seen lately have been the snapping, snarling kind, and since the sky has changed, the beasts have turned ever more beastly. We don't have the numbers to put them all down, but we do our best to shoo the worst ones away from the Crystal Road. Wouldn't do to see one of our main trade routes closed.
Right, I don't think it is here, so let's drop a save. And walk in just to be sure. What with chocobos and shit around.
Don't get surrounded.
Oh, there's a flan here, though. Ah, you fucking donkey. Right then, let's go and see. Is that just an obelisk? Ah, but it... annoying. Let's go check out this icon pillar. See which icon we will be using.
This might take a while.
Ramu. Within this ancient menhir awaits a harrowing trial in which Clive must race to overcome a host of deadly foes, wielding the blessing of but a single icon, Ramu. Let's give it a crack. We did the Phoenix one eventually. Trial by Thunder, the Hand of Iapetus. Thunderstorm. Yes, the one we like. And Pile Drive, the one we didn't really, well, we upgraded it. But Singular Justice. Okay, Collateral Drive. Punish, Thunderfall, hit 4 enemies, Thunderstorm, Justice Discharged, yep. Okay.
Finished.
My fucking phone died and I was away from my laptop. How's it going? We're doing okay. We're doing another one of these, like, time trial stone things. But this time with Ramu, who I feel more comfortable using, I think. But that's okay, dude. Do not feel bad. I appreciate you coming back. Proceed to the next stage. Trial by Thunder, Stage 2. Pile Drive still, and Lightning Rod. Create a ball of lightning that upon being struck, chains lightning to other nearby enemies. That is one that I don't think we've ever used. Is there a trophy for that one? Always. Oh, bitch. Lure an enemy into striking a lightning rod 3 times before it dissipates. Then we shall see. Begin. Oh dear. Well, that's a good start. Hey! Ah, you bitch! Oh, fuck off! That was much more difficult than the... or I found it much more difficult than the first stage. The first stage seemed rather easy. In comparison, as evidenced by losing as much of our health as we did. What are we seeing this time? We have Lightning Rod and Judgment Bolt. Oh, bitch.
Nice try. Too slow.
Now, what ridiculousness are we going to face in the final stage? A griffin, I think we can probably, maybe, possibly do a griffin. Thunderstorm, good. And Judgment Bolt, okay. Oh, piss off. The fuck? We did it. 36 dragons and 1 fairy. That would have sucked. Unless the fairy was on our side, and then I reckon we could have taken it. We did it! Woo! Return. Trial by Thunder complete. Right, and now we continue looking for the dragon. Is it just going to be in the dragon's area? That would make sense. So we'll check from Gloria's and head up that way. Stop hitting on your chocobo.
We have nothing since fleeing the Republic.
But we do.
Be safe.
Our lives. And each other.
Gilbert, take this damnable sky. But at least it hasn't heard business.
I used to run a caravan from Bocklad to the Dominion.
That doesn't make sense, but this is an FF game, so probably in the turtle
Until I
Could well be.
realised my ill fortune was not quite as ill as I had thought. There were no more goods to transport, it's true. But people, there was no shortage of those.
It did say the woodland passes of the Empire, so I'm just hoping. Are you going? Could you be down there? No, you're not. You're not the boss. And I mean, you could be up there, I suppose.
Stay down!
So close to a level, and yet so far. Right, we will drop a save, and I will pop off and have a wee. And then refill my bottle. So I'll throw some ads up. Don't know why I'm going that far down. We will throw some ads up in my BRB screen, and I will see you all. Uno memento. So BRB, and I will BRB. And back I am. Oh, need to switch back to it on my screen first. There we go. Right, let's see if my hunch was correct. It would seem not. Damn it! Maybe up there? On Eastwatch? Kestrel's Beak Braid. And here I thought we may have found the final Orchestrion road. Maybe there? Maybe there? Let's have a look-see. Like always, I am here, just playing Spider-Man Miles, because I'm lazy, still have 100%. Oh! Yeah, no worries, man. I do a lot of, oh, is that Philippe? It is Philippe.
I swore to protect this town, and the people I love. I don't need a uniform to do that.
You're a good boy.
Faster!
Yeah, I watch other stuff and do other stuff while I'm watching you guys too, so you do what you want to do. I'm not offended. Not here either. I'm running out of places. I'm a pro multitasker. That you are, my friend. It is not just the realm of women, but of all gamers. Also, lurkers are the lifeblood of Twitch. A lot of people, including me, like to watch it. No, that's it. I do exactly the same, mate. I completely agree with you.
Once upon a time, there was a man who went to market to buy a bushelful of his own.
I appreciate people hanging around and me being their background noise or their whatever they choose me to be.
The meadows, then.
Let's go. Run like the wind.
Bullseye! I mean, these aren't woodland passes up here, I'm pretty fucking sure. But there is another miniature up here for us to do with an icon, so we can do that.
Time to fight.
Oh, an ether flood. There she blows. Hand of Mimas, or Bahamut. Within this ancient menhir awaits a harrowing trial in which Clive must race to overcome a host of deadly foes, wielding the blessing of but a single icon, Bahamut. Yeah, these ones kind of suck. I mean, we get Mega Flare, which is pretty good. Satellite. Okay, maybe. And Flare Breath. Flare Breath fucking sucked. That was actually not too bad. Oh, fuck. Jesus Christ.
Nice try.
Oh, for God's sake. Was that just 2 rounds? And Flare Breath actually wasn't too bad. It just sucked when we first used it, apparently. Or maybe it's just because we're at a higher level than all these, I don't know. Proceed, yes please. And we have, this time, Satellite and Impulse, which is the one that I use. Okay. We're stacking the fucking time though, which is nice. Okay. Finally got a dodge. Whew. Just wait till stage 4, 3 griffins. God, I hope not. Yeah, we've got tons of time. We just need to try and pull back some health. We got all kinds of time. Oh, don't jump. Go through the portal. All kinds of time. What are we working with this time? Impulse, yeah, and Giga Flare.
It's over. Too slow.
Oh, you fucking bitch. Oh, not these fucking cannon pricks. Why did it fucking you, piece of shit? Like, teleported the fucking camera so I couldn't fucking hit him with that finisher. You piece of shit game! Alright, we've got 5.5 minutes to beat whatever's through this portal. And it is... big, ogre-y, trolly, orky, shaman man. We got this. Giga Flare and Flare Breath. Less enthused with Flare Breath. Just because it's against the big old boy.
Let's try. Too slow.
Holy fucking shit.
Let's try.
Oh.
Too slow. You're finished.
Trial Proctor Slave. That was the easiest one so far. Woo! Level up! Level up. The Favor of Light. Giga Flare. Let us leave the chronolith. Trial by light complete. The hand of Mimas. Right. Where the fuck? I suppose it could be there? But let's check. Jesus. There? Let's check the downs. It's not going to be here with all the fucking vineyards. But I'd be remiss if I didn't check just in case. No dragon. Unless it's bottom left as you cross the bridge? Or off to the right up here? Ah, it's gonna be up here. You idiot, Bruno!
Good girl.
How couldn't you have guessed it was up this way? You silly fuck.
Thanks, girl.
What you got on offer? Ring of the Marksman. We'll check what it does, but I don't think we're gonna care. Downward thrust damage by 10%. Will damage of magic by 10%. Nah, we don't care. So we will save once more. Yes, this is an arena big enough for a dragon. Come along, dragon. Here be dragons. Oh, you're like a proper dragon. Svarog. He's level 50. We can do it.
This beast isn't to be trifled with.
Oh, fuck. Red Dawn. Oh no! Oh, you fucking whore! Oh fuck! We got him. Maybe another round of... Another round of... Oh, Last Dance. This doesn't sound good. That was just me being shit. See. Orichalcum, that we've already found. Fallen Enigma. In the several thousand years since the Fallen came crashing down, most of the objects that came crashing down with them have either been hoarded or destroyed. Those few that have not are occasionally found when erosion or excavation chances to unearth them, and while their purpose is unknown, they are highly sought after by scholars bent on unlocking their secrets. Valuable, can be traded for gear. Okay. Amber. A bright orange gem, its edges worn smooth by countless years of pounding in the surf. Lapidaries will pay a hefty sum for large specimens free of impurities, but it is the impure examples, namely those in which insects, lizards and fairies are entombed, that command the highest prices, mostly amongst scholars and the occasional mad alchemist. Well, we know that, kind of sad that those are the only ones that, they're all worth gil apart from Orichalcum. But c'est la vie. In which case, I think we're done with all the side stuff. I know there are other chronoliths, other Menhirs out there, but we've done plenty for now. Let us finally visit Joshua in the infirmary.
Covered in nicks and lumps, the lot of them.
How may I help you today, Clive? Is everything we've received and everything promised?
Faith undying. We are the shadows that quicken in the firebird's wake, and from the shadows do serve our Lord and those who would be his wings. The undying. Ring of the swift shot.
Here you are. All done?
Let's have a gander at what the Ring of the Swift Shot does. Lowers charge time for charged magic by 0.2 seconds. A moment's hesitation can lead to an eternity in the grave. Harassing the Order. That's kind of meh. Kind of meh. Upgrading you. Number of ice blasts to 2. Increases permafrost duration. Okay. Oh, he's up again.
How are you feeling, Joshua?
Better than I was.
But not nearly as well as you should be. Your cuts and burns may have healed, but your body still bears the burden of every spell cast.
And what would you have had me do? It was no ordinary foe.
Joshua is going to die.
It was the Warden of
at
Darkness.
some point.
Yet still, it was not enough. The king could have ended me at any moment, but instead chose to toy with me like a curl does a mouse.
You underestimate yourself.
Oh, it was crystal clear. Only one man established his dominance that day, and that man was Barnabas. I'm sorry, brother. That was ill-spoken. It's just, I have never felt so powerless. And when so many are looking to us for strength, perhaps the prince feels the same.
I'm sure he does. Along with all the shame. The crystalline dominion. Nameless slum. For the dead.
This place.
Don't move. Here, it's fresh from the well. Grandmother told me spirits sometimes get lost, and that the lanterns guide them to their proper place. I set one on the river for her when she passed away.
All the lanterns.
The
mind works from the shadows. Was it you who guided my hand then, Ultima? No, not you. This is my doing, my fault, my sin to bear. And for it, I must atone.
Your hurts are healing nicely. It was my poultices that saw you well.
You make them?
And sell them, or try to. Earns me enough for bread, most days.
Forgive me. I have nothing to...
I know, but I couldn't just leave you lying there. You're going then?
Of course. I'm healed. Thanks to you and your poultices.
Will you promise to come back and visit?
Oh. Medicine girl.
Well, Phoenix, it would seem that I owe you my wings.
Perhaps he can find an answer. You will be returning to Waloed soon, I gather.
I see no reason to wait.
Then neither do I.
I can think of a few, but I doubt they'll stop you. You will take your medicine.
Of course, Lady Daya.
Set on leaving already, are you?
How long will it take us to get back to Ash?
Dunno, about the same amount of time it took us to get here. Maybe less, if your uncle can find someone trustworthy to patch up the Enterprise. All depends on where we're putting into port, mind.
Yes. It's not as if we can put ashore wherever we choose. We have to assume that the whole of Ash is hostile, and that we'll be attacked on sight.
Then we must find a place they won't think to look. And I have an idea who might know of one.
The Professor! I'll go and tell you coming.
While you're plotting our course, I'll be in the shelves with your lawsman. I wish to pick his brains about Ultima.
Then I'll talk to Karen about supplies for the journey. They may not be easy to come by in Ash.
Your brother's body won't take much more of this recklessness. You know that, don't you?
I do.
You've seen more of the world these past 5 years than most do in a lifetime. It's a shame you never had a moment to enjoy it.
Then again,
Why set?
Miss, can we read Miss Editor's story for us?
Canva lost.
It can't be true.
have you tried Molly's lemon tarts?
I thought Mid was going to be in the classroom, but it would appear not.
The sound of ringing still.
Has filled the streets of Dravoj since back before anyone can remember. And there's not a smith worth his salt would apprentice under one of the village masters. Me and Zoltan worked at the old Vulcan's foundry till our lungs burned and our skin turned black. But we were happy.
So we weren't.
Things change. People change. We can either change with them, or we can stay stuck in the past. Me and my old mate have chosen to put our past behind us, so that Dravoj can have a future. A future where young smiths can be proud of work well done. Or work done well and work done right. Just like here.
Who knows?
Maybe someday my apprentice will be someone else's master and work them just as hard as I do him.
What do you want? That it? Fine.
Don't tell me we've run out of Papio nuts and all.
What do you expect?
I was wondering when next you'd visit. I have compiled some new entries, if you would like to see them. If you have a question for me, I should be happy to answer it.
Dion Lesage, dominant of Bahamut, Warden of Light. After laying waste to much of the crystalline dominion in an Ultima-inspired frenzy, Clive evacuated him to the hideaway, where Talia laboured to mend his wounds. Finally awake, he escaped to the Dominion to survey the damage he had done, and collapsed from shock, awaking again to find himself in the care of a young medicine girl named Kihel. Blackthorn. Resident blacksmith of Clive's hideaway, he originally hails from Dravojed in the far-flung desert wastes of Dalmekia, where he and Zoltan both prenticed. After an ether flood filled the nearby mines and the town was set upon by Akashic beasts, he rode to Dravojd's defence, settling the bad blood between them once and for all. Together, he and Zoltan forged the Ragnarok, the legendary blade whose designs were bequeathed them by the master Vulcan. Doris. Captain of the Cursebreakers who direct their bearer-liberating operations, Doris was raised by a Rosarian slave master who treated her branded charges as if they were her own children, teaching them how to read, write, and wield a blade, before hiring out their services to the highest bidder. Though Doris resents her former master for the terrible deeds she made her do, she thanks her for making her the strong, scrupulous woman she is today. Owain, one of Mid's assistants tasked with bringing to life her designs for new inventions that might assist the residents of the hideaway in their day-to-day lives, and one day, perhaps all the people of the Twins. Right, I'm going to draw the curtains and turn the light on. Back in a second. There we are. Oh my god. Felipe, former Imperial soldier of the Northreach garrison who left his post after the Duke of Oriflamme took over. He elected instead to form a new town watch, that he might better protect the town and those he loves. Isabel, chief among them. After leading the defence of Northreach against a throng of thralls, he reconciles with the Duke, and they pledge to combine their forces to see the town safe. Well, that's not happened yet. Victor, a friend of Clive's cause who keeps an ever-attentive vigil on the comings and goings of Dalmekia. After being caught up in the bandits' raid on Dalimil during an excursion to its famous markets, and lending Clive and Lubor his aid in bringing the town together, Victor developed a fondness for the place. He began making regular visits, becoming firm friends with Lubor, and earning the trust of the townspeople. Lubor. Forge master of the Briar's Kiss, the finest smithy in Dalimil, known to those in the know as the Desert Hare, from whose long ears no secret is safe. The leadership he displayed in dealing with the bandits' attacks led to his being proposed as a prime candidate to become the new mayor, but when the townspeople discovered that he was a bearer, they elected to drive him out of town instead. Eloise. Owner of the Crimson Caravans, a highly esteemed porterage firm in Bocklad, eldest child and heir apparent to the successful Convarian trading house, Eloise abandoned her birthright in order to save her younger brother Theodore, who her parents would have seen branded after his powers awakened. After Theodore lost his life before her eyes, she swore to continue their work to free bearers, that his death might not be in vain. Theodore. porter and guard for the Crimson Caravans, the porterage firm that he runs with his beloved sister, Eloise. Theodore lost his life to his own blade after being taken by an ether flood whilst trying to protect the haven he had built for bearers from a rampaging dragon, wishing his sister a long and happy life with his final breaths. Martha. Landlady of the Golden Stables, the tavern at the heart of Martha's Rest, her efforts to save bearers from the bonds of thraldom began before she met Cid, and like him, she dreams of a world where bearers can live on their own terms. To this end, she nourishes the seeds of a better world that she and the Guardians of the Flame have planted in Eastpool. Drika. An orphan who lost her parents to the Ironblood's most recent crusade, she fled towards Dalamil, finding a new family in Rennes, a fellow orphan along the way. The two were starving by the wayside when Lubor found them and took them in, adding a new elder brother to the patchwork family. She is a kind and caring soul who enjoys nothing more than listening in on the conversations of the townspeople, whether they know it or not. Rennes. An orphan who lost his parents to the Ironblood's latest crusade. He fled towards Dalamil, finding a new family in Drika, a fellow orphan along the way. The two were starving by the wayside when Lubor found them and took them in, adding a new elder brother to the patchwork family. He's a frank and forceful soul who enjoys nothing more than watching the townspeople at work and helping them with their tasks, whether they need it or not. Zoltan. Chief of the Dalmekian smithing town of Dravojd, whose skill in etching metal far eclipses Blackthorn's own. After the latter aided Zoltan and his town in overcoming the twin threats that faced them, an absence of ether that rendered their forges useless, and a surfeit of it that unleashed an Akashic horde against its gates, the two were reconciled at last, each gaining a newfound admiration for each other's talents. Sabine, only daughter of the Duke of Oriflamme, who escaped from the disaster at Twinside and took refuge in Northreach. Her extensive education in all matters spiritual and political, as well as her overbearing demeanour, rivaled that of her father. Her opinion on the Duke's plan to fortify Northreach at the townspeople's expense, however, differs from his greatly, and she attempts to join Isabel's help to rally the people against him. The High Cardinal, first and foremost of the 5 cardinals who made up the Council of Elders, second only to the Holy Emperor in the imperial government. After the fall of the Crystalline Dominion and the collapse of said government, His Eminence reappeared in Northreach, now going by his noble title, the Duke of Oriflamme. He drafted both the soldiery and the common folk into his plans to turn the town into a new capital for a new Sambrac. Sir Wade. A loyal shield of Rosaria and leader of the Guardians of the Flame, who fight to see the duchy restored. In Eastpool he finds a new purpose, to not merely lead his guardians against their enemies, but to lead his village in pursuit of a brighter future for man and bearer both. Kiel. Or Kiel. Kiel? Kiel. Cahill? Kiel, an orphan girl who pays for her bread by making and selling medicines. Her travels took her from Dalmekia to the Crystalline Dominion, where she nearly lost her life when the city was all but destroyed by Bahamut. After the flames died down, she laboured to mend the wounds of the injured townspeople, eventually coming across a collapsed Prince Dion, who she nursed back to health. The Undying, a secretive order who served the Lords of Rosaria from the shadows. They revered the mighty Phoenix and its dominant, and once presided over the rites of ancestral communion at Phoenix Gate. Few outside the order know of its existence, even among the highest-ranking members of Rosarian nobility. Their loyalty to His Grace Joshua Rosfield is absolute, and none among them would hesitate to lay down their lives for his sake. At his command, their efforts are currently devoted to uncovering the truth behind the mysterious being known as Ultima. Kretov, a small Dalmekian village of bean farmers and goat herds built in the shadow of fallen ruins. Though located at the edge of the fields of Karava on a caravan trail that runs through Titan's Wake to the free cities of Canva, it has historically received few visitors, as most merchants choose instead to take the less perilous gilded path north. It receives even fewer now that the plague has taken the lives of most of its residents. The Silver Peak Consortium, one of the largest and most prestigious trading houses in Dalmekia, who sought to scout Eloise. Their mercantile operations extend far beyond the borders of the Republic, as Eloise learned when they stepped in at the last moment to purchase the bearers for which the Crimson Caravans had long been bargaining with the army, and sell them on to a trader from the outer continent. In truth, they had been interested in the trade from the very start, and only withheld making their own offer as a courtesy to Eloise, one that was rescinded after she failed to respond positively to their offer to her. The unbranded. Most bearers are identified soon after birth and marked with a slave brand, but a fortunate few are not and remain unbranded. An unbranded bearer can live like any other man or woman, so long as their knack for magic remains a closely guarded secret. Should it be revealed, however, they are denounced as liars and impostors and dealt the severest punishment. Slave traders. Those who make their coin buying and selling bearer slaves. While the trade is highly regulated, a slave is a valuable asset, and so there is a thriving black market in stolen and unregistered bearers. Doris's former master was just such a black market trader, who trained her abducted charges as killers for hire, knowing that if the branded was caught in the act, their ownership records could not lead the constabulary to her door. Gazelle greens. The leafy green vegetable loved by chocobos. Such is the bird's attraction to its scent, traders who transport them by the wagon load must seal the boxes tightly, lest they should find themselves accosted by a flock of wild bows on the road. Though most gazelle greens are grown for chocobo fodder, they can be eaten by humans too, provided one trims away the toughest fibres and boils the fleshy leaves in salt water until soft. Chimeras. That there might exist a creature so terrible, so twisted as the tricephalic. Okay, so twisted as the tricephalic horror that is the chimera is a striking reminder of the madness of whatever deity first whispered the life into them. It is not enough that the winged demons are both astonishingly aggressive and adept in the manipulation of ether, but they are also able to wield their influence over other beasts, commanding them like a field marshal might his regulars. Fortunately, they are only rarely seen, and only deep in the deserts of Dalmekia. We got one left in the bestiary. No, 3 left, okay. I think it was only like one person left. One there. Maybe 2 then? Yeah, 2 people left.
The door to the shelves shall ever be open.
Mid said I could ride the Enterprise.
No, she didn't. She said I could ride the Enterprise next. You lying little shit. Oh. Did I ever tell you about the time I journeyed through Southern Ash, Kubo?
Through Orcish lands.
Well, technically they're dead lands now, but the orcs don't seem to mind. They found a way to survive without mother crystals, just like we have, Kubo. Though it involves a good deal more cannibalism than here at the Hideaway. At least I think it does. You don't happen to know what Molly puts in her brown, do you, Kubo? Oh, another S rank. The tricephalic terror. The caravan of traders traversing the Velcroy told me of a colossal beast they had encountered on their journey. To hear them tell it had the aspect of a dragon, a lion, and a scorpion all at once. I contested that it might be naught but a mirage, a phantasm brought about by the desert heat, but the sweat which ran down their foreheads was cold, and the fear in their eyes real. So, in the Velcroy Desert.
I still say it were a compliment.
Say it all you like. It doesn't make it true. Ah, Clive. I was wondering when you'd arrive. Please tell me you've come to take our young prodigy here off my hands.
I'm not here for Mid. I need information on Ash.
Then why not ask Molly if you can look in one of her ovens?
Oh, aren't you funny?
Go on.
As soon as the Enterprise is ready, we'll be setting out for Drake's Spine. And we're going to need a safe place to land.
Preferably one that won't see my ship blown to shit and splinters.
If it were that easy, do you think Waloed would have resisted invasion for so long? Very little is known of Ash, and the information we do have is spotty and outdated. We have the good King Barnabas to thank for that. Waloed's borders have been closed to outsiders since the day he seized the throne. If there is anywhere safe to land, you won't find it on my map.
Then tell us what we will find. I'm sure you know better than we do.
But no splinters.
All right, if it will get you out of my hair. But interrupt me, and it's over. Understood?
I understand. Boom, boom, boom.
Barnabas Thorn, the one they call the Last King. Understand him, and you will understand the kingdom of Waloed. Barnabas was only a boy when he arrived from beyond the southern seas, and barely a man before he united the ragged tribes of Ash. And having unleashed them upon the formidable Veldemark, he set his throne upon the ancient kingdom's ruins. The victory sent shockwaves around Valisthea, tales of Odin's might spreading through every court, parlor, and drinking hole in the realm. Note that this was in the year 843, and that the king still sits upon his throne some 40 years later, quite untouched by time. Waloed's recent inaction left many wondering if Odin had lost his appetite for war. And yet here we are. The Einherjar was committed to the fray, a bold declaration of intent. Orcs swarm around Drake's Fang, and throngs of Akashic haunt Canva's streets. Though how precisely the havoc they wreak serves Waloed remains unclear. Regardless, if the order to attack truly came from King Barnabas, then one thing is certain. Waloed has achieved the impossible, and made bedfellows of beastmen and the ether-addled alike. All of which is a roundabout way of saying that you will be in unknown territory when you set foot on Ash. Much of the continent has already been lost to the Blight, and what few ports remain will be fiercely guarded. And that is to say naught of its natural defenses. Offshore currents will cast an ill-equipped ship out to sea one moment, and dash it against the rocks the next. But then the Enterprise is anything but ill-equipped. And Mid has made land there before. Now, if only there were someone with an intimate knowledge of the Shadow Coast, and where a daring gentleman might put ashore. You see, Clive, you had the answer all along.
Do you think you can get us back to that beach, Mid?
Picked you up from it, didn't I? Not that it were easy. The currents were right bastard.
Right bastard.
But then, if it wasn't hard, it wouldn't be worth doing, would it?
Well said. Thank you, Lady Vivian.
If a few morsels of common knowledge and a sprinkling of tavern talk are worthy of your thanks, I wonder what genuine intelligence might earn me.
Probably more visits. Mid, I need everyone in the ale hall now. I'll fetch Joshua from the shelves.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Excuse me.
Clive, allow me to educate you. Study it well, Clive.
Bum, 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 bum.
Please, Your Grace, stay strong. My Lord Marquis. It was the greatest honor of my life.
To be appointed protector to his grace. I've served him in that capacity since he first began his journey across Valisthea, the purpose of which was twofold: to further the Undying's knowledge of Ultima, and to further his grace's knowledge of you, my lord. After he learned of your survival, your brother insisted that we try to trace your movements. Thanks to the investigations of my fellow acolytes, we learned of your having taken the name of Cid.
But now?
Our journey together is at an end. His grace bids me remain here, and protect those you and he hold dear.
So I bid you.
My lord, if I might be so bold, please, look after him in my stead.
Your companions are kind indeed.
Everyone has been most welcoming. Lady Talia has been especially gracious. Though I know something of medicinal arts, it is hardly enough to warrant the acclaim of one so skillful.
I must admit...
At first, I doubted that her praise was sincere. We Undying are trained in what few simple skills might serve us in the field. There is certainly no praise for those who excel in such endeavours.
But I see now.
That this is your way. You encourage each other, that each might lend their strength to the cause, no matter how seemingly slight their contribution.
Yote, is anything the matter? You seem troubled. Perhaps I might be able to help.
My lord. Yes. Perhaps you might. It's your brother. His condition continues to worsen.
Of course.
Though he does his best to hide it. The lesion on his chest pains him more with each passing day.
I had feared as much.
There are certain elixirs which can ease the suffering of those afflicted by the curse, but...
But
his grace's case is severe. The drafts I have been able to prepare for him thus far have ceased to have any real effect. So I consulted with Tarja and certain of my comrades among the Undying about the possibility of finding something stronger. And thankfully, a recipe was found. The only problem being that the critical ingredient is exceptionally hard to come by.
What do I have to kill?
And our supplies are almost exhausted. Unless we can secure more soon, your brother's anguish will likely become unbearable. My lord, I know that I have no right to make demands of you. But would you help? For Joshua's sake.
Of course.
For Joshua, anything.
Thank you, my lord.
So, what is this critical ingredient?
A rare herb by the name of stonerwort. It grows only where the ether is densest. The vigor it stores in its stems helps to counteract the curse.
So we're going to get this stone tongue.
We discovered a patch near the aqueduct in Rosaria. But alas, yet more ether has erupted from the earth there recently, leaving the whole area flooded. The search continues for a new source. One that we might reach without being turned.
So it's only that you can't reach it? The stonerwort itself is unharmed by the flood?
Well, yes, but...
Then I shall go in your stead.
But, my lord...
You've yet to find another source, correct? So for now, the aqueduct is our best hope. Besides, I'm a dominant. The ether can't hurt me.
Well, if you're sure, my lord. Stonerwort is easily identified by its blood-red blooms. Search around the aqueduct, and you're sure to find some soon enough. I shall remain here and prepare the other ingredients.
Physician, heal thyself. Except it's Phoenix.
I had only thought to ask for your assistance in finding a new source of stonerwort. But if you're sure about collecting it from the flood by the aqueduct, I should be most grateful, my lord.
Come on then. Yeah, it's where I thought it was. And there is the closest.
Ready, go?
Faster! Work it harder, make it better, do it faster, makes us stronger.
All right. Thanks, Gal. Here's the aqueduct. Now to find our stonerwort. Yote mentioned blood-red petals. Just my luck. Won't begin anything till they're gone. There's only one thing for it. Here it is. Better collect as much as I can
maybe I'm
before
full of shit.
reinforcements
Maybe
arrive.
it's not where we're going to get the thingy. The stone
Right.
tongue.
That should do it. Let's get these back to Yotei.
Really straightforward. And then we'll see what this next hunt is also like.
Covered in nicks and lumps, the lot.
You need anything, you just ask. We might.
Yotei, I brought back all the stone and water I could find. Will this be enough?
One of the few varieties of flora capable of resisting high concentrations of ether. This herb is most often found in and around ether floods, where the fauna that would feast on its nutritious roots oft fall prey to their akashic cousins, if they don't turn themselves.
Yes, my lord. Thank you. I'm sure it will serve us until we can find another source.
I'm very glad to hear it.
You and His Grace are very much alike, you know.
Selfless.
You think only of how you might help
Yes.
others, and never of the danger to yourselves.
No more than you have minding my brother. You've risked a lot for him, and I thank you for it.
I am honored that you should say so. But I beg you, my lord, do not give too much of yourself for the sake of others. We could not afford to lose you.
I'll keep that in mind.
Quest complete. Oh, we skipped past 2023 all the way to 2035 of the favour.
You and your brother really are alike, my lord. Though selflessness is a virtue, I beg you, please take more care of yourselves.
So, the Velcroy Desert. Where there is another chronolith.
Fly, Ambrosia.
The fact we have to go through here to get up to the north is so annoying.
No need to ride from here. Come on.
Faster!
All right.
Yeah, unless it mean up there. We shall see. Either Titans or Garudas, I reckon. And I reckon it's gonna be Garudas. Shit! Trial by Earth. Within this ancient menhir awaits a harrowing trial in which Clive must race to overcome a host of deadly foes, wielding the blessing of but a single icon, Titan. So, Titanic Rampart, what is that? Precision blocks, payback counters, pivot upheaval, raging counter, yeah, punish, yep, okay. Oh, you bitch. Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! Fuck them up. Yeah, this one's a bit shitter. More difficult to earn time back, at least for me. But we do what we can. My coaster stuck to the bottom of my bottle. Bum, 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 bum. Wind up. Upheaval. Okay. That was just stupid.
Too slow.
Okay, I think we're getting a handle on it. Up into 2 minutes now. Where are we health-wise? About 2/3? Trial by Earth, Stage 3. We are using Earth and Fury. Yep, okay. And wind up, okay. Ah, you bitch.
It's over.
Come bow before your king. Bow, you shits.
Camilla Hudson, thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. I hope today finds you well. Oh, you fucking bitch.
Too slow.
We may struggle in stage 4, especially with only 3 minutes 20. Oh, especially with only a quarter of our fucking health. And not even one limit slot charged. It's an iron golem. And we're using Earth and Fury. Okay. And Raging Fists. Raging Fists is good. But apparently, I suck. Okay, we kind of dicked him. Yeah. We made him look real bad. The Father of Earth. Favor, not Father. We just have Garuda to go. Ifrit's in the hideaway. And Odin we don't have yet, so. Yes, that would have been fine.
Good girl.
Oh no, we still need to do Shiva as well. Right, let's find this giant chimera, the tricephalic terror. In this ether flood, I presume. Oh no, that's a curl. I mean, we could check up here. I just don't see why it would be up here. That's all. Just in case it is.
Time to fight.
No, it is here. Oh no, it's not. It's a fucking salamander, bro. Maybe down there? I don't know.
What do you mean, don't jump to conclusions?
Precisely that.
How the hell did that bastard get? Come on. Run like the wind.
Bullseye! Oh. Oh, that's him.
You deserve a rest.
Surprise, motherfucker. The tricephalic terror. Gorgimera. It does look pretty intimidating.
We're not going to outrun this one. Stay close to him.
Fucking bollocks. That's what I was trying to land. Just a shame we didn't get to beat him without getting hit. Which I probably could have done. Oh, for God's sake.
That's better.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Started off so well, ended so poorly. But he did not seem S rank. He was shit compared to the dragon. Level up.
Should have picked on someone your own size.
And now we go back to the hideaway.
Oh, don't tell me we've run out of Papio nuts.
What do I owe the honor? What do you want?
What else do we need? Oh, we need dark steel and we need loads of fucking shit. Boo! We need stone tongue. And what do we need for you? A stained
Anything else?
Wham! And tail makes 4. Clive, there's but one crystal left needs cracking, but one man who can do it. See that you don't miss. Otto. Right then. We are going to call it there for today with Final Fantasy.